everybody, and welcome to Spiritually Social TV. It is a place where we can be supportive of each other and we can grow our businesses and we can use social media for a greater good. That's what we're really trying to figure out. How can we use the law of attraction and the universal laws to grow and attract more clients and more business and more sales and ways that we can really promote and really collaborate with one another. I'm so excited that today we have Miss Stacey Hall with us. Now, we are here to promote an incredible book that's going to be coming out on November 17th, and it is 365 Ways to Connect with Your Soul. So I'm going to be doing daily blabs with some of the co-authors, and I feel so blessed because I have always loved Stacey, and I feel that we've known each other for many years, but we haven't really been able to collaborate on a whole lot of different things. I had her on my show a couple years ago, and love all the incredible work that she's doing with Chi to Be. Oh, I just think it's just the greatest. And so anyway, let her introduce herself and tell us a little bit about you, Stacey, and why is your work purposeful and where does it really light you up?
Karen, first off, I'm speechless after that fabulous introduction because I hope you know how much I love you. And I have had the joy of having Karen on my podcast because of her brilliance and wisdom. So just want to let you all know that if you are not yet subscribed to her blog or listening to her podcast, you're missing out on something pretty spectacular because she's one of my sheroes. So for my shero to praise me like that, I'm still, as they say, I'm a little verklempt. So thank you, Karen. I appreciate that.
See, we don't know how much we touch each other. Yeah. That's what I love about social media is because, we read each other's blogs, we read each other's uplifting, incredible, little posts that we put on, and we share in each other's lives. And this way, now we can blab. I love it. I'm so excited.
And just watch, because I am going to be doing a series on the law of attraction, actually, how to keep people in the attraction zone on Blab. So I feel like they created it just for me, honestly. Yay. So I'm very excited about it. Well, a little bit about me is that I am all about saving the lives of successful people who are stressed to the snapping point. And they usually get that way because they've stopped remembering that there's always a higher vibration to get to, where as more abundance comes in, if we have the tools, we can manage more abundance. But oftentimes people let that abundance overwhelm them and they stop connecting with their soul, if you will, and they start just being doers instead of staying in their heart and their spirit and stopping and asking, what am I supposed to be doing right now? And how do I take good care of my own self so I can give my best self to other people? And I want to let everybody know, I had to learn this the hard way myself. I was in bed for 2 years and 3 months with a debilitating illness because I overexpended using the word should on myself all the time. I should be sending out one more ebook, right? I should.
Boy, do I know that.
Right. I should just grab something quick to eat just to fill my stomach so that I can get to that meeting on time. I should be working Saturday and Sunday. Otherwise, if I come back to work on Monday, my emails are going to be piled to the sky, right? So I did a lot of shoulds, and my body let me get away with it for a good 10 years. And then it said, okay, we've had it, no more. Get into bed and stay there till you figure out what you did. And what happened is I actually had to have one of those come to God conversations.
Yes.
Okay, I've done everything I know to do. It's not working. I've turned to people for help. That's not working. There's only one place I can go to, and it's either you take me now or you show me what you want me to know. When I get better, I will write down what I learned intuitively and spiritually, and then I will share it with other people. And that's my story, folks. That's what I did. And I wrote it in a couple of books that I've authored. And then now I get to share additional thoughts in 365 ways to connect with your soul, that I get to participate with Karen and with Dorotha Heiss and with Jody Chapman and Dan Tech and like more than 100 other.
Yes. Carol Kettle. It's so awesome. So much fun.
It is so much fun. So that's what brought me here. And Karen, thank you for asking me to share.
Please let us know what the names of your books are so that people can follow you and how they can get in touch with you. And also, of course, you guys can click on her Attraction Zone and follow her on Blab. I would love to hear about some of the books that you've written, the titles and ways that they can connect with you.
Okay, I would love to share. So let's see, 2001, 14 years ago, I wrote a book that's still considered a bestseller today, which makes me very proud, that wrote something that is not outdated, called Attracting Perfect Customers, The Power of Strategic Synchronicity. And I co-authored that with another author. And in that book, though, I actually got the chance to reveal for the first time something I had only trained people in privately, and that's called my strategic attraction planning process. And yes, it is because it works every single time.
I want to have you on I want to have you on and have you on just to talk about that next.
Oh, yay! I'd be happy to do that. Yay!
So you did attract Blab to happen for you.
I did. I believe that.
I do too.
If anyone else benefits from it, fabulous.
Yes, we all benefit.
Right. So to not belabor too much, I want to say that how it connects with 365 ways to connect with your soul is that some of the tips from that book, as well as my second book, I brought into 365 ways to connect with your soul. My second book, which I solely authored after I had that 2-year and 3-month stint of rest, is called CHI-TO-BE, Chi to be, and it simply means the energy to be. That's what I did not have, was the energy physically, emotionally, mentally, and most of the time not even spiritually, to be who I'm supposed to be fulfilling my purpose in the world, not doing what I think other people want me to do. So those are the two books.
I so agree. And just to give everybody a little bit, actually, this is one of my first blabs that people are getting to know who I am. And I am a law of attraction and mindful coach. I'm also a conscious dog trainer. I use the law of attraction and energy healing. I'm also a Reiki master. So I use energy psychology to work with animals and children. I'm a nonprofit business owner, and my best-selling book is Global Kindness Going Viral. I was able to use social media for a greater good, to share with many, many people how we can utilize our incredible connections by using the law of attraction, by using the universal laws, and really applying these strategies so that we can have global kindness go viral. And we did it. We had it. It's been shared over 20 million hashtags of global kindness. It's one of the top hashtags. And I'm so incredibly honored because I've been able to really connect with so many like-minded people. And I love helping people to be able to use their dream and love their dream into reality. So we have a great group over on Facebook that you can join that's called the Success Wisdom Scopes. And that's our dream incubator. It's where we are growing your dreams into reality. And I'm also going to be doing, later on today, I'm going to be doing you can go over here to this link. I hope you can see that. And take a screenshot if you can. I'll be doing a live workshop today at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard. And that's going to be all about how to connect with your magic and your miracles and the mastery to make this the happiest holidays that you've ever had. Because you know what? As soulpreneurs, which I believe we all are working from our soul. This is something that is such a calling to many of us that we can't not do it. It's such a burning desire. And what I love about, being on these opportunities to speak out and let people see the true essence of who you are is being present in these experiences makes it so that people are relatable to each other. And we realize we're all in this together. There's no separation and we're all in this together. And the truth is we all want global kindness to go viral. So that's why I just kind of started a little revolution. And I love helping other people who want to start a revolution learn how to do that too. So you guys can find me over at globalkindnesstv.org, and you can get many, many free gifts there. So
and Karen, you can write it down in the message. You can give the link right there on the side in the chat box, and then people can click on it and go there.
Okay, I will do that. And yeah, let's hear about what you wrote about for your piece in this beautiful book.
Okay. Well, I have 3 submissions, and you can learn more about these submissions, of course, in 365 Ways to Connect with Your Soul when it's released on November 17th. And then if you want more than just that taste, please do go to my website at chi-to-be.com. I wrote it in the comments, and you can get free attraction tips there so you can stay in the attraction zone. And one of the messages that I wanted to share about how to connect with our soul is how to make decisions that are the best decisions for us. So I'm just curious if you want to type in the box and say me. Is there anyone here who's ever asked someone else what they should do?
Me,
Karen,
me,
have you ever?
me.
Me.
Yes, me, many, many times.
And what I say is when I'm doing that, for me, I'm not speaking about anyone else, but I'm being lazy and wimpy and not standing in my power because I always know in my gut.
So if anybody wants to hop in there.
So if I'm standing in my power, I know what it is I'm meant to do. I can feel it in my body, but oftentimes it requires me to be courageous to do what I know that my gut wants me to do. So I teach people in 365 Ways to Connect with Your Soul the 5 questions that you'll ask yourself whenever you have to make a choice. So like it could be a choice like, am I going to do grilled chicken today or am I going to have lamb chops for dinner? Or it could be, as it was for me at one time, do I sacrifice my health to go to the funeral of a dear friend to show my support for her family? Mm-hmm. And I write about that in Chi to Be, in how I work through the 5 questions in order to be able to wind up staying home, not feel guilty, and it turned out to be the absolute most perfect choice. So I'm happy to share the 5 questions very quickly with everybody here, Karen, if you'd like me to, since they took the time to be with us. All right. So does everybody agree that all there is in life is love or fear?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's all there is love or fear. We're either making decisions out of choice for love or out of choice for fear, giving into that fear. Look like I'm choking myself here. Okay, so then it makes it very simple. And the questions that I'm about to share with you are going to be very simple too. And when they came to me, and I didn't get them from anyone other than I was making a choice one day. I asked God what to do, and all of a sudden what I heard was, Stacey, just remember all there is love or fear, and choose that, one of those. So the first question is, if you think about a choice or decision you want to make, you ask yourself, coming from fear, why would I choose not to do what I'm considering? Why would I choose not to do it? You listen to all the answers. If you want to write them down, great. If you just want to do them in your head, that's okay too.
So coming from fear.
Coming from fear, why would I not do it? Excuse me. We've had a lot of dust built up here, a lot of wind in Vegas, and it's kind of in my throat today.
Oh.
So, yeah. So anyways, apologize for the raspiness. I trust that you're all going to hear me past that, and it will still work for you. So then the second question is, coming from love, why would I choose not to do it?
Okay.
Okay. Coming from love, why would I choose not to do it? And then we flip it and we say, coming from fear, why would I choose to do it? And then coming from love, why would I choose to do it? Now, what makes this, there's a fifth question that's coming. And what's important here is that every time I receive an answer to one of those questions, I'm listening for the feeling in my body. And since you're a law of attraction gal, Karen, I'm sure you know about Abraham Hicks and how often their message is always, you go for what feels good, right? That's the message. You always follow what feels good. Yes. Well, in this case, what I say is you go for what feels strongest, not best, not worse. Just what was the strongest reaction you had when that question was asked and you answered the questions for yourself. And so the fifth question is, which one of your answers, thank you, which one of your answers gave you the strongest feeling? Now that strongest feeling could have been coming from fear, which is why we want to listen to it. So all those people who say, don't listen to your fear, do it anyway. I go, that's not true. The fear, if you listen to it and pay attention to it, there's love in there. Right. And sometimes we can't get to the love till we've looked at what the fear is. And then sometimes when we're dealing with the fear, if we look at it and we can figure out, let's say I'm afraid that the way I'm going to say something to someone is going to upset them. Okay. Then I can stop and think to myself, well, how would I want to say it or someone to say it to me so I would not get upset? There's the love. How can I say it in a way that's loving? But I might not have gotten there if I had noticed that I had a fear about it first. Absolutely. Karen, does that make sense?
Absolutely. It's all about boundaries. I mean, it's so funny because, you know, it's such a law of attraction that I'm listening to you right now. It's, you know, I know that I attracted this reminder because I was running around like a crazy person with my head. I felt like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to organize everything and nothing was going right. And it was because I was coming from a fear-based energy of not being enough, not doing it right. You know, technology is, when you learn something new. See, I've learned, I'm really good with Hangouts now. I can do it, but Blab is brand new now. So the first subconscious thought that comes in when I start thinking, when I'm starting something new, I know that I'm going into that little girl, that inner child, you know, and the first thought that comes up is, you know, who am I to do this? Who am I to do this? Why am I doing this? And that's the fear of not being enough. And that struggle comes from, you know, just over and over again, having those same patterns happening in, you know, so I love that you ask those questions because it really just brings me to present, right? To be right here. And I get that. I totally get that. I see, you know, even as successful as we are, you know, there's always wanting to be something that we think we need to be more of. And that's not really love. That's fear.
Yeah, that is fear. And I'm going to say that a lot of people do think there's always something more to do, something more to give, something more to be. And so that brings me to another tip, if you will, another way.
Awesome.
Is how do we know what there is to do? Because I think we've all heard this statement. If you want something done, give it to a busy person, right? Because they'll be the ones who'll just say yes because they're used to being busy. Yes.
Oops. We froze.
So I'm speaking to them. Productively uplifting weight, and here's how you do it. So it's another exercise, and I'm going to invite everybody to kind of sit with their feet on the floor.
Okay.
Kind of open yourself up. No crossed arms, no crossed legs. Okay. Would y'all like another exercise, a way to connect with your soul? Yeah. Okay, cool. Great. All right. Here's how we do it. We're going to close our eyes. I'm even going to close my eyes. This will probably
just coming in.
be very strange to the people who are watching later. I'm going to speak first to my physical body. So again, we're just one side.
I think we're having some technical difficulties.
Silence, and we're going to be checking in with our 4.2. Hold on to it. If it was less than a 10, ask your physical body. It wants you to provide to it so it can come up to a 10. Make note. Decide when you're going to do it. And thank your physical body for talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to go on to our emotional body. Again, staying in that space.
Oops. I just lost you. I just lost Stacey. We'll see if she comes right back in. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed the show, and looking forward. Hopefully you can make it over to the workshop later. I have a live workshop that I'll be doing. And that is going to be a really fun workshop that's going to totally rewire your brain and reprogram you so that you can have the most happiest and the most wonderful holidays. And I will be doing a daily show, Spiritually Social. You can count on me. I'm Karen Palmer. You can count on me. I'll be your host, and I will be also interviewing many other authors from the 365 ways to connect with your soul. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have